Hi, I'm Seamus Sheridan and I have been nominated to run for the Green Party here in the Galway West South Mayo constituency. Now, like any other person who wants to run in the next general election, I have to first discuss our famous proposed bypass. I strongly believe that we cannot have a proper discussion about this proposed bypass unless it involves a general conversation about what type of city we want to see Galway develop into the future. Should this bypass go ahead, it will not only have a dramatic effect on our traffic management and how we transport ourselves in and out of the city, it will have far-reaching effects on areas such as housing, job creation and indeed the overall economic development of Galway City. Our objection to the original bypass was that it was in absolutely the wrong position. A bypass going over Menlo so far out from Galway city centre would do nothing to alleviate the traffic congestion coming in and out of Galway city. And indeed it's worth pointing out that those people who are brave enough to stick their head out and object to the bypass for these exact reasons should be applauded, because when we look back now, we have saved Galway City Council and their National Exchequer hundreds and hundreds of millions of euros. But I suppose hindsight is a wonderful thing. I mean, looking back now at the original route of the bypass, it just appeared to be a Fianna Fáil-led plan to open up more land for development. In 2014-2015, the Arab consultants have told us that indeed, yes, the bypass was too far out, and the solution is to have a road running much closer to Galway city centre. However, this development is still going to cost minimum 500 million and, like all of us who know projects, probably close to €1 billion. Simple solutions like widening the Quinceltenian Bridge and putting in 3 lanes, one of them a bus lane, so that we can have a rapid bus transport system servicing our urban areas of the west and our working areas of the east. Areas like developing park and ride around the periphery of the city, and indeed park and cycle facilities. Very simple solutions like increasing the pedestrian access to Galway city centre, working on our disgraceful bicycle lanes that are dotted around our city, and the simple things that we can't even get right, like extending our city bike rental scheme out of Galway city centre to places where a lot of us actually live and need the service. We are recording this short video here and it's the end of June. And like everybody else who lives in West Side and works in Galway City, you'll have noticed that there's very little traffic for the last 4 weeks. And we all know why. The schools are closed. But think about it for a second. Think about how much the schools affect the transport in the city. Tiny little projects like relocating schools can have a huge effect on the living conditions and how we live and work in our city. And another area that is worth mentioning is technology. How does the development of this new bypass or road fit in with modern transport technology? Are we really looking to the future? The idea of driverless cars and intelligent public transport, it's not science fiction. It's already happening in cities in America, and it's going to happen in cities all over the world. As I said earlier, we need to broaden the conversation to not just include the bypass. Let's look at housing. Let's not make the mistakes that were overseen by our local elected officials and our planners over the last 20 years. Let's not be a city that's consumed by greed and property development. Let's look at how we can develop our city as it is at the moment. There's now great talks of developing the docks as a commercial centre so we can attract ocean liners. Let's scrap that. Let's develop that vast area for housing that can attract people like myself and my children back into the city centre. Think of how beautiful Galway City could become if we started developing the areas like the docks into proper housing, the areas around the bus station, the areas up along the corridor by the black box. Vision like that will do a huge amount to solve the traffic congestion in this city. We need to have a city that can attract investment. We need to create our own indigenous investment. We need a city that can maintain its position as one of the most beautiful tourist attractions in Europe. Let's create a city that embraces technology, that respects the environment, that respects nature and above all respects all its citizens. Let's build proper schools. Let's build proper daycare facilities. And when we've done all that and there's any money left over, then let's build a bypass. Thank you.